Hello. Spinning back up. What am I gonna do? 0 viewers. I don't understand what it means. I could have 0 viewers. 3 users in my chat. Very mysterious. Alright. This was a demo that I was doing for a friend. Cool. Alright, so maybe I'll leave these. Why not? Alright. I think I want to play with associations. But this might just be like an exploratory chat because associations are hard. It's like, like it's gonna be extra hard in this language because, so like in Ruby, you'd be like class user. User has many to-dos. Class to-do belongs to user. And then you could do like, I don't know. You like do this. And then you can access like user.todos or whatever. And this will be preloaded. And so this means that like in here, we'll have hit the database twice, like once for the users. Right, so you could say like select star from users. And then we separately then like accumulate all the like select star from to-dos where to-dos.user ID is in the set of all the users that we pulled out of the database. Yeah. And I don't know, is that all? So this brings up a lot of things. But most of all, it's just like, how do we represent any of that stuff in J? Where like, man, we don't have classes. We don't have like symbols like this. And like, this only works because like in Ruby, you can map this symbol to like this declaration. And then like, let's say like we had like another thing that like a to-do had many of. I don't know, like has many like tags. I'm gonna say that a tag, or like taggings, let's say. Tagging like maps a to-do to a tag that you've created. And you can even do, like, there's like 2 interesting things that you might do from here. You could like do this, which I think is like one of the most powerful things that you can do. Yeah, right. And so you might want to say like include to-dos tags. And then in this case, like this generates some like impressive queries. Right, so it'll like first select the users and then select those to-dos, and then it'll like accumulate like and really like question mark is probably appropriate here. It like does something like this, where like first it'll grab all the users for you, and then it'll grab all the to-dos for you, and then it'll give you this, and then you could do like user.todos.first.tags or whatever. And this whole thing is like preloaded. It doesn't have to hit the database at all, which is like essential for performance, for anything to work really, for anything to make much sense. So, like, how do you describe this in J? Like, it seems like what we probably want to do is like pass data into this like repo definition. It doesn't seem to really go with the that seems like fight. That's like not very. That's not very procedural though. This is like a real procedural language. You know? Is this repo aware of associations? I don't know. Maybe like here we define like a user. Users to-dos association, and you could say that like we've got like a user has many to-dos. Is this like a thing that we could generate? Like, is this like, then what would this give us, right? So like we would then like, what would this let us do? We could do like user is going to be users repo, or like users repo.all with some scope, right? And then like, I don't know. Right? Like, does this make any sense? And then presumably, like, what I'd want to get out of this, like, okay, maybe what I can start from a little bit better is like, let's like start here, and we'll say like this. Yeah. Okay. So let's call like users with to-dos, like that. I don't know. Like just to make this like compile, just in case I try to run it and I forget to have deleted this. I'd rather not. Okay, so we got users with to-dos being this, and what I really hope is that like users with to-dos like 0.todos would be like, alright, I guess like what I hope the type of this is like struct with to-dos is like using user and then, but it's also got like to-dos, which is like an array of pointers of to-dos. Yeah, and maybe here it's gonna have to have, I don't know. Does this make sense? Is this something? And so this would return like an array of these users with to-do instances. And like users with to-dos is gonna have like a bunch of these. Can you using on an array? Let's like bracket index into here. That's not a great idea because we're gonna want this. This does seem like doable, right? Like it's not like exactly the sort of type arithmetic that maybe I was imagining, but it is pretty close. All right, but then what if we wanted to do, what if we had this like tags, right? And taggings? I don't know. Can we do like to do has many or to do has many taggings? And then can we do like to do has many like tags? Actually, you know what? The repo does know about the table name, doesn't it? So maybe we just go like users repo to do's repo. And like to do's repo and taggings repo. And then here, really, it's like to do's repo. And then like tags repo. And like through this. I don't know. Does this syntax add up to like anything that's like even plausible? And then what? So we're gonna have some like array here of like users with to-dos. But what we really like would be like we're gonna need a little bit more metadata around, aren't we? Although perhaps like maybe this is really okay, right? So like this preload, what's it like really gonna return? Is it really just gonna be like an array of this? Or like will it be something clever? Like this preload is gonna know that we're hitting this like user has many to-dos. And then if we try to fetch this like to-do has many tags and preload this as well, like, I don't know. Like, what would this mean? And like, alright, so here's something. What if you can get to the tag table in like a couple of different routes? And what if it to do like has a primary tag? Right, and a tag like has many, right? So like then what? Well, I guess you'd say like to has many primary tags, right? That's not so bad. Or like to like belongs to primary tag. And like this structure would represent how you get from a tag to yeah. We could start out. I bet this gets tough cuz like what am I thinking of is like I don't know. What if like a user has many like latest to-dos and like has many like promoted to-dos or whatever. Or like worse, right? What if like a user like has many like recommendations and then like has many like recommended to-dos through like that, and we have this like class recommendation where like it belongs to a user and it belongs to a recommended to do. Where like in this case, right, what if you want, like in Ruby, you could say down here, grab to-dos and tags, and then grab recommended to-dos and also those tags. And like, I don't know how you would do that. And like this would describe, like do that, and then also where like that, and then we're going to be doing like a similar thing here, right? Except we'll like fill in a different placeholder, right? This one will be like recommended to-dos, and this one will be like via just like regular old to-dos. So how would we get to there? I guess like we'd say user has many to-dos. We'd say like user has many recommendations. A user has many recommended to-dos is run has many through on users repo and to-dos repo through this. That's what we went with. Excuse me. Okay. And then, so if we wanted to say, like, preload that as well. Yeah, like I bet we would need to like for this to make any sense, I bet what we'd need to do is like somehow like sneak this in. Does that make any sense? I think this makes a little bit of sense to me. And like what I'm imagining here is like this is a way that we get towards this sort of like nested syntax is we say like, all right, like we're gonna preload to-dos for the user, and in loading those to-dos, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna also preload the has many tags. Right, and then so here this it would have to somehow be like this user has many to-dos preload is gonna build an association of to-dos, and then this is gonna consume that set of to-dos to build up its preload of the tags. Which you can go through these taggings, but we don't care about the taggings. And then here, like we separately get the recommended to-dos, and then we apply that same strategy to them. And I think this is possible. This seems doable. It seems hard. but it seems like a syntax which at least can be expressed in this language that has relatively comparable flexibility for what we've got elsewhere. The other thing that we could do, instead of this like code, right, this is like more restrictive, we could just like pass in like a list of further preloaders to apply, or like associations to apply, and that's probably a better move. Like we could just like do this, yeah. We pass in this preload. And like this thing, we'll see how it goes, right? And because like if we think about that, like I mean maybe then the syntax. All right, let me get this back to how I kind of liked it. This makes some sense to me. Another alternative might be to do like flip this whole thing upside down, right? And say users repo dot all and give it some where condition, and then just give it some structure of these preloads of like, man, I don't know, it would be, this ends up looking a lot like the symbols, but it would be like user has many to-dos, which then is going to take from that, we'll pass it like user has many, or no, it would be to-do has many tags, and also like to-do or user has many recommended to-dos. Yeah. Right, where you could like, in your all, you could tell it, like, here are the things I want you to preload for me. And I think there's a bunch of stuff missing from here, right? So we need like has many, users repo, recommendations repo, and like recommendations. And that's gonna have to be known at like compile time. And like the same way, we could see. Maybe we can infer the name of this based on the string getting passed around. There's a lot that we might be able to metaprogram there. But we'll like configure that at first. Okay, and so then I guess, yeah, maybe it's like plausible here that we might, like this seems credible, and we're gonna decorate, like as we're preloading the users, we'll decorate those to-dos. And like if there was further nesting that we wanted to do, like would this be possible? Like maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I think this is like a defensible syntax. Let me like copy this into like a down here as like maybe this is how this works. And let's implement has many, huh? Let's try. Boy, this is intimidating. Cut that out of there. Let's go back to here. Let's go. Okay, what do we need to know? We need to know source repo, destination repo, I don't know, relation name, and we're gonna return like something. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is yet. Yeah, Okay. I don't know, am I even ready to write a test? What am I even gonna do? I think it's gonna return a type probably, because it's gonna be similar to, like, a type just seems like the right way to get like a little namespace going. Like this is a type. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What goes into like a repo again? The table name, the record, destination. Oof, I'm intimidated. Let's implement some preload method, huh? So we're gonna take records, which is a source dot. I think like the capital S select has a like dot record, yeah? Let's do that. We'll take a list of records and we're gonna return a weird type. We're gonna return a weird type. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna turn a preloaded is gonna be, I guess it'll have like a oof. Okay, so this is already getting pretty weird because so this is all assuming like we're gonna need things that play nice together in kind of a wild way. But okay, so record is gonna be preloaded because I think that these probably don't necessarily well. So this at least, maybe we're still fine. Okay, so preloaded is gonna be using record, which is a pointer to source.record. And also I'm gonna die. This is ridiculous. This is a terrible way to do this. But I think in order to get the name in here, this might be the way to go. Bracket of pointers to destination.record. Yeah? I might need to spring builder some stuff in here. Insert that. And that's like roughly what I was sketching out here, right? It'll have like user with to-dos. It'll have like a user and to-dos. Alright, so this is the type being returned now. Preload is gonna return, is gonna take from source records, and it's gonna return wow, this is making my head hurt. It's gonna return something. So, okay, what do we have? So, for each record, like aggregate or like accumulate all the like yeah, okay, so we're gonna need like foreign key in here as well. We'll need to know the foreign key. And I think we're gonna need in our like SQL and Postgres module, we're gonna need to be able to set like in here, nope, this is the wrong spot. In where we're like serializing data, yeah, this. One data type is gonna have to be like a list. That's a thing. That's a thing, right? We have that. Array? Yeah. I hope. Definitely got like array. Got numeric, bit, regprox, OID, JSON, XML. I don't know, what is the type of what? Byte array? I mean, oh, I bet that in, yeah, what, how do I do this? I don't know, let's just try, right? Let's just like claim that if it's man, what are we gonna do? Okay, so the type info tag is like array. It's a thing, right? Yeah. Cool. In this case, param types arg index is going to be cast to OID. We're going to want to like replay this logic, right? Because it's going to be like an array of some things. I feel like it can't be like an array of any's, right? Let's look for like type info array. That's a thing, right? Element type has a type info. Okay, cool. Of R, that type. And then in here, if this dot type equals, and then we basically replay the same logic, and it's going to kind of suck. But I'll clean this up later. Okay. This seems fine. And it certainly won't be like arrays of arrays. That wouldn't make any sense at all. Okay, so we'll call it int or float of varchar. And then we just need to think about like how do we serialize this? Yeah, that's right. But I think if you sprint like an array of ints, it's not going to give us what we want. It's like write string, yeah. That and like write string of sprint of this. That's not gonna happen. I need a bio break. All right. What was I thinking? Right. So this is going to be a bit of an issue. Yeah, okay. So encoded arg is going to be a string. If arg.type equals, yeah, we got to mess around like a little bit here. It's like here is the right spot. Okay, because we were gonna have to play around with encoded arg, yeah. Equals, and this used to just be like sprint, yeah. That's gonna be true for most of these. But in the array case, we need to print something slightly different. We're gonna need to like join it. And then there's like a basic join, right? Yeah, so I think what I want to do is say encoded arg is sprint of paren percent close paren of, have I imported string? Is string where it's defined? Yes. Of string.join with this is like arg and the separator is a comma, and that's all. Yep, okay. Am I doing something wrong here? Sprint of that, oops, and that, arg and separator. Yes, okay, this seems about right. I don't know if that's like valid. But anyway, we've now encoded the arg, and then down here, we can like convert it to a C string, convert the count, and format it as a string. Okay, and I think that this is like proper syntax, right? Like, and we'll call it like an integer, even though it's actually a list. I think that's like maybe. We'll try it. Alright, accumulate all the foreign key IDs. Yeah, so foreign key is surely gonna have to be constant. And then like issue like all to like destination repo. Oh, hello. Welcome to the chat. I'm writing some wild code. Had some huge breakthroughs today. And I don't know if any of this is going to work at all. I sketched out an entire screen full of like optimistic syntax that I hope I can register. And like we'll see if any of this is even possibly doable. Alright, so we love breakthroughs. Yes. Okay, so here I'm almost certainly going to have to do an insert run on some questionable stuff. Aww. Alright. Thank you. Okay, so what happens in here, we're accumulating the IDs via foreign key on Okay, so we'll say destination IDs. Right. Okay. I'm gonna print to buffer. You know, I think that I can, let me like write as much code as I can without having this like buffer nonsense. So destination IDs is that of destination.id type. That's a thing, right? Why not? Can't hurt. Throw that in there. So for each records, I want to like array add to destination IDs, and then this is the part that I actually like almost certainly have to insert. And I wonder if I can insert just this little part. It seems super unlikely. I think insert usually has to be like a whole statement. Yeah, it's gotta be like valid code. We'll see. Insert as print on it dot bam with this is foreign key. Yeah? There's like no way this works. This at least has to be like a run. Okay. I don't know, let's try it. Okay, so add that to the array. And then we're gonna say like ID in is SQL where with ID is in and args count is 1, and we're gonna say destination records is destination dot all, and we just give it a where. Okay, so our ID in gets destination IDs, and then destination all ID in. Okay, I've gone pretty far without running anything. This seems worrying, right? Although I'm not quite done yet. Okay, so I think now I need to just like bundle up my results and return them. So let's say like results is now gonna be an array of preloaded, and then for I got this backwards. This is actually easier, right? Okay, so this is like source IDs is what I really care about. There's like source ID type, and for records, array add source IDs. And oh, hello. Wanna write some J code with me? And yeah, just like it.id. But it's this is the tricky part. So this is a SQL where of, it is pretty fun to write in. It's like different than any other language I've used. It's got the most similarity, weirdly, to Ruby, which is the language that I use the most often these days. even though like Ruby is like a super high level OO like managed runtime scripted language, and this one is like could not be more different from that. But because so much of the runtime, like I don't know, right here's an example. I'm able to like I don't know if this exact code actually works. I haven't run it yet, but like it has words for like inserting some arbitrary code that I've generated by running just like a printf, like a print to format a string together. Oh, and I think I'm missing. This should say name. Right, but the fact that there's like even vocabulary for that in the language is like honestly very fun for me. It's super weird though. And like really my head is constantly twisted around itself 100 times because I've picked really like circular code to write. Okay, this wants to be sprint of something in question mark, and the something here is a foreign key. Yeah, it gets one arg. Is that, and then foreign key in is of type. I don't know, should I just do like this? I don't know, let's try it. Okay, and then this arg0 is gonna get. So the pound symbol means a lot. It's like a compiler directive. That should have been source. That should have been okay. Yeah, like it's generally like pounds and dollar signs suggest like something interesting is happening at compile time. But like the language syntax is like sort of all over the place right now. It's like very like work in progress, which is like a stated goal. Is that like no one is working on like beautiful syntax for this. So like in this case, it means like take whatever on the right hand side and evaluate it at compile time, and then drop the results in to like be right here instead of trying to evaluate it at runtime, which is what normally would happen with an expression like this. And in this case, it means like take the result of this of whatever's on the right hand side and like insert it in line as code. But like I said, I think I have like a strong hunch that like this syntax won't actually work. I'm really still learning, so I often have like really optimistic like thoughts that really fall apart when I actually get down to when it like gets to reality. Yeah. Okay, so now for each record. Okay, so now I've got to imagine I've got destination records, and now I want to like return results by like decorating. By like building up these like preloaded things. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay. Does this make sense though? I don't even know what the syntax looks like. I think I need like an array new preloaded and then its size. Oh, BRB everybody. I think I have a food delivery. Oh, that was exciting. Okay. All right, what was I doing? I was building up these. I was saying I needed a new array. Do I stream this often? I'm not getting into it. I recently left a full-time job and decided that streaming might be like a fun way to stay connected to people. But this is only my second week. So I think I'll do this for a while. I think I'll keep doing this pretty often. Alright, so now for each record, do you follow many programming streams? This is a really new thing for me. I didn't even know that people really write code on Twitch at all until, I don't know, maybe a few months ago. And it was an earworm of an idea. Do you watch a lot of programming streams? Are there good ones? I'm trying to watch more of other people doing it too to learn the do's and don'ts kind of. Dot record gets record results index dot. Oh right, now this is the weird part, isn't it? So now I want going to be iterating over the destination records. Okay. No, I'm just not important enough to have any VODs. I feel I need to make partner or affiliate or something first, which I've got 9 followers, right? I'm not nowhere near it. I think having VODs would be cool. I've got some recordings. I'm thinking about putting them on YouTube, but I'm still not convinced anyone really cares about what I have to say about programming. So I'm still figuring out some stuff. So let's loop over. Oh, you know what I should probably do is build up I guess I could build up a hash table. I don't wanna. That sounds like learning more about this language. Learning more about language primitives right now. Yeah, I've seen them. It seems like most of the programming streamers out there, though, only ever have one person watching, which is basically my situation. Welcome to the party. And I find myself when there are more people watching, it's often I don't know, it feels lifestyle-y stuff. People are just hanging out, having a nice time, which I don't have a problem with that. But I felt myself wanting more who's going to be solving interesting problems that they can share with me. That's what I'm hoping I can do, but I don't know. Yeah, give me a follow. I'm curious, do you often stream this time of day? This is I'm based in the East Coast. This is kind of a weird time to be writing code, but I had a free time tonight. It does seem like nighttime is when people are interested in watching streams on the internet though. Gotta figure some stuff out. Okay, so related destination records needs to be, oh, this has to be like that. That's also gonna have to be, oh, this is this is gonna be really weird. Not many here during US morning day. Yeah. Man, maybe I just gotta move to Hawaii or something. Have a more beneficial time zone. What am I doing here? Destination record. And then for each result, for each destination records. Yeah, I don't know if it's better to optimize for not being lost in the masses, or if it's better for optimizing for when people are watching. It's not obvious to me. Right, this wants to be like that. Okay. And now, this is like really memory leak city. Maybe I better do, whatever, I think this is fine. Okay. If destination record dot, oh dang, this is gonna be tricky now too. I have to reference this foreign key again. Okay, so like the code that I want is like if destination record dot foreign key equals record dot ID, then array add related destination records destination record. But I think I'm gonna need to like insert run this whole thing. Yeah, great. Okay, so let's go string builder. It's a string builder, defer. Free buffers on it. And then print builder. This. This seems so shady. This needs a new line, doesn't it? And then a closing bracket. Yeah, okay, and then return builder to string. Yeah, okay, so if they match, add it to the array. And I think that like foreign key is a compile time constant. And that's all I need. Great, okay. Wow, this is giving me a headache. My head is spinning. Alright, all the point of this is that this is meant to like group. Maybe actually this is why we would want to use, we could have like encapsulated some of this nonsense in like a data structure if I were trying. That seems like an easy like iterative improvement on this though. Yeah, okay. And then, so after I've iterated over all these, I want to say results of it index dot. Oh, this association is also dynamic. So I have to do another insert run. Insert run sprint. I think this is like a one-liner though. Results it index dot percent equals related destination records. And this is name? Is that what we called it? Name. Which is also a compile time constant. There's a slim chance that this is actually syntax. And then return the results. Okay. What all have I gotten wrong? I am sure it's a ton. Let me first try to make it like even a little bit readable. And I'm actually consuming this anywhere yet? Those are all unentitled. Okay, great. So let's just say has user has many to-dos is run has many on Source repo is users repo. Destination repo is to-dos repo. Name is to-dos. Foreign key is user ID. Alright, and this should just like crash my whole build. Because I'm sure I have a million problems. Oh, I'm like surprisingly close. Okay, module.j94. Normally I have like just impossible syntax that it just like crushes me on. Oh, does these have to be strings? Okay. Let's go for like string args. Oh man. What am I gonna do about this? Hi. So like for arg array add string args sprint. Alright, so now this is strings. Huh. I mean, it's an array, right? Can I just say this? There's no way it'll let me say that. It's not gonna happen. Bummer. Of all the things I thought would go wrong, it's like we know it's an array, but we can't cast it as an array? I think maybe I'll extract that into like a function. It seems like we need a procedure for it. Equals like encode array arg on arg. We are too piled up on top of ourselves in there already. Alright, this is what I was saying. He's going to encode each one, but really, this is now going to be like that, because we know that arg is an array arg, so we can say that we're allowed to. I wonder if it'll like let us autocast it. I doubt it. This is such wishful thinking. Make it alright, compiler. Tell us everything's okay. Yeah. Maybe our arrays have got to be arrays of any. You know? Maybe that's just how it goes. Bracket any, given any, and can we cast this? Is this going to be allowed? Cool. Cannot cast from struct to non-struct. Great, okay, so cast. Oh, can I do like... This is gonna cause some wild problems, I bet. I bet this fails catastrophically. Dereference type bracket any, but a type is not a pointer. What is going on here? Oh yeah, okay, so this is now a pointer to a bracket of any. Yep, okay, but I should really, in has many, where I'm actually consuming this, make sure that I'm using any correctly, because otherwise I'm about to segfault catastrophically. Don't want to see my computer do that. Yeah. Use in question mark, and this foreign key source IDs is bracket of any. Let's go! Great. Has many is right here. Oh, I'm not including it, am I? Where to include repo, load, has many. Oh, that's why none of my compiler errors popped up, is because I wasn't even I wasn't even including the file. Ah, I thought I was good at this language. Line 9. Error. We parsed the declaration. We saw this instead. What? What's going wrong here? Seems like syntax to me. Seems like correct. What? Line 9, character 15. Oh. Always forget struct. Where else do I have this? A semicolon. I need another semicolon down here probably. Oh yeah, I needed this, which is going to be an array of preloadeds. What else we got? Has many, line 35. We parse the declaration. 3543. Missing semicolons everywhere. I need to learn how to write semicolons. Line 42. That was a missing semicolon. That should have been applied. Oh. Oh, we're getting close. Let's clean this up a bit and try again. Alright. Line. Okay, okay. Empty reference type, but this is not a namespace. The type field was record. What? Oh, okay, you know what? Let's just like, let's just build this whole thing up, because this syntax isn't what I want it to be anyway. I think, actually, maybe, this much can stay, but I also need an insert run here with an sprint. Is this gonna work? It's like, it's trying to like evaluate. Maybe we just need a different parens. That helped a little, didn't it? Maybe that helped a little. Okay, that felt a little bit better. Has many line 18 also blew up. Yeah, I bet it's just like a paren thing. Nope, that didn't help. pull that out? Is that gonna help? I feel like there's like a funny associative property of this dot, like source.record as a type that is hard. Can't figure out why. Term reference type, but this is not a namespace type. Field was record. That's surprising. Okay, source repo is users repo, which is the result of calling repo, which returns, yeah, returns this. And this is passed in. And what are we saying? Polymorph is triggered here. Users repo, line 10. Yeah? Wait, shouldn't this work though? I don't know. I feel like this is supposed to work. Oh my god. It's not, it's this. Passing in the repo itself. And these are both just types. Okay, that's what's happening here. Great. I don't need source record. I bet I just need this. Okay, where else do I use source? This doesn't want to be capital D destination.record. It wants to be destination repo.record. That wants to be destination repo.all. That wants to be destination repo.record. Great, okay. Now what? Ooh! We're close, we're close. The declaration of argument 1 requires a value bake because it is a parameter to a struct. Structs must have completed, determined at compile time. Do I need to like a run inside this run? I probably do. Yeah. Alright, and what am I looking for? On line 11. Maybe, I think I can simplify this by just deleting the new line. Okay, encoded arg. Module at J139. Whew! We really blew up the compiler now. It's really, at every turn, it's like an endless conversation between you and the compiler. In this one. It's always a fun time when it crashes. Alright, attempt to return from a run a type that is not registered via the type table. This should not happen. Wow. I really blew this one up. Oh, it didn't blow up this time though. Okay, cool. Has many line 29. Yeah? It index, because this is now record index. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. I'm doing this just occasionally now. It's like a sometimes, isn't it? Maybe I don't always want to clear. Alright, not all control paths return a value. It index still thinks it's here on line 42. Oh yeah, I forgot to fix the other one. Oof. Don't love that that happens like every third build. Oh cool, now it's consistent. Great, even better. Alright, not all control paths return a value. This needs to be somewhere else. Oh yeah, I never return a value. I think I just want to do a return here. Make it clearer. Oh! It built! Alright, what happens now? What happens if I try to actually consume it? Okay. Oh no. Now I actually have to remember the syntax I was aiming for. I wanted to call preload on it. On like a list of users. Okay. Let's say user success is gonna be users repo all. And then preloaded users with to-dos. Let's go, yeah, users with to-dos is gonna be user has many to-dos dot preload on users. And then, I don't know, let's just print, like for each one, print it, yeah? See what we're capable of. And I bet we get something really weird, or like a crash. There it is. What'd we get? Okay. Success false to do true. No, this one. Syntax error, adder error number 1. Huh. I remain confused. Why are there two? Okay, from to-dos where user ID and $1. Okay, so maybe that needed a... So, okay, what I take away from this is that the SQL that I'm generating is not valid. And I think I need parens around that. Like, you can't have like an in and then just like a single number. So let's go back to has many and figure out, I think it's like this where I'm generating a little tiny snippet of SQL. Wrap that up in a paren, build it again. Okay, cache lookup failed for type something. Fatal error. I wonder what that means. I also wonder if that's J or... Okay, let's go back to main and see... I don't know. Can we just like run this? Let's just try like during compilation run it and see what happens there. Oh, we get a different cache lookup fail for type in a consistent way. Twice. One for each of 2 different workspaces. Great. But it somehow still thinks that like succeeded? What do these fatal errors mean? I think I'm somehow returning like garbage types and that I'm doing too much like contorted and twisted up inside itself style like declaration of these types. Like it's like this isn't like actually real or something, right? I wonder though, can I do like this? Does that help? No. Oops. I think I want to just get rid of this run. And I want to say like print like fetched users. Success. And then I want to say fetched users with to-dos. Right, and I'll say like about to fetch users. I'm just trying to figure out like where is this error coming up, right? Let's build it, and when we run, where do we fall apart? We hit this fatal error consistently. We got users, and cache lookup failed for type something, and then we still continue along though, and we say fetched users with to-dos. I don't know. So the users are getting mapped up correctly, but it to-dos? Is that what I'm looking for? Yeah, we're getting an empty list every time. And we're failing to look up a type every time. I wonder, let's look at this generated strings maybe. I'm about running out of steam and think I want to go eat my pizza. But I'm curious what this looks like. So this is unrelated. I think workspace 4 is actually not my production code base. I think cool has many J11 is this. Yep. Okay, to-dos gets pointer to destination repo.record, which is to-do. I think this is good. Uh-huh. Okay. And then here, line 32, we're generating some code here, and this is if destination record.user ID equals record.id, add that, I think makes sense. I wonder, is it like... I wonder if like the types that we like generate differ between runtime and compile time? So like somehow, I don't know, we define... I mean, this struct must exist. This seems like it's like safely defined here. And this one is defined at like user level as well. But this whole thing is inside of a run where we're defining these types, and is it like that's no good? You can't do that? You know, maybe I'll do like preloaded as a struct with two types. It's got like a record and it's got a, I don't know, like what would this be? This is like initial record, source record. Let's call it like source and destination. That seems nice. I don't know, like a name. And we have a using record, which is a pointer to source, using a, oh no we're not, we have like, oof. Ooh. I think this is it. I think this is the weird part. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if this doesn't make any sense at all to me, but okay. Let's say preloaded is now going to be specialized has many preloaded with source repo dot record destination repo dot record and name. Cool. sprintf. I'm not writing C. Okay, cache lookup still failed. I'm astonished that this worked, though. Alright, and I feel a little bit better having clarified that type slightly. That seems nice. Okay, what else have we got? This one's a little weird. It doesn't seem that bad, though. What does this look like now? To-dos is just like a pointer to destination, which is this type that we specified. Huh, yeah, I don't know. Alright, I'm running out of steam. I think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna have dinner. Oh, hello. Oh, I missed your message. The colon. Yeah, so again, like a lot of the stuff in this language is like very placeholder-y syntax. But colon is like a constant declaration, which is like important for a bunch of reasons. And like the two like assignment operators are like colon equals and colon, and this one says that like this thing is going to be like a compile time known constant, which is like a very rich concept in this language, like with these dollar signs and stuff, right? And so like concretely, this colon makes an assertion about the things on the right hand side that they're all known at compile time, which in this case is true because we have source repo, which this dollar sign means that it must be known at compile time. That's called like baking in this language. It gets like baked in. The same with destination repo and the same with name. Yeah. And like, so in this case, a single colon is there's like double colon up here is like declaration and like constant assignment. This one is just like a type declaration. And then sometimes I do a colon equals, and this is like non-constant, just like regular old, like assigned to a variable in the stack. With some like dynamic result, which like this one is like hitting the database. So like naturally it would have to. Alright, I have a feeling that like, I'm gonna just try one more thing. Like about to invoke SQL where. I feel like this is the trouble line. Like invoke SQL where args, and then here invoked destination repo to all. I feel like maybe I'll see, is there something where I can learn where the panic is? Oh, wild. Okay, so cache lookup failed for some type. Happened in destination repo.all. Alright. What does that mean? Let's go to like repo again. Like what? Oh, is it in my Postgres business? That was some stuff that I was worried about. I don't know if I'm gonna learn anything from this. Yeah, okay. Unsurprisingly, I can hone it into there. And then I bet it's not inside the select. I bet it's inside of like this like send query business. And I'm gonna just check like Oops. Okay. Yeah, that's noisy. That's fine. Alright. About to send query, and then it failed. That's interesting. Okay, okay. Fatal error. Got results. Huh. I wonder if that fatal error, like... Is it in check query results? Oh, wait. I don't know. It's process of elimination. Cool. Cache lookup failed for type something. Oh, I wonder what I'm getting back that's like blowing up here. Okay, so check query result is the issue, and somewhere here I'm hitting fatal error. Oh my god. I bet it's, the way that I'm like serializing this, this list is like no good. It's gotta be it, right? Okay, man, the obvious thing was like staring me right in the face. I didn't even think to consider it. I rewrote like a bunch of my like Postgres code. It's almost certainly the way that I'm like sending off this query. And so I think what I want to do is like, what was I? At one point I like printed this stuff out and I felt kind of nice about it. Just like a from C string. Copy C style. Okay. C string length. I think I did this somewhere else. Ugh, I lost it. It's clear that I think I just need to look up, like, how do I encode PQ, libpq, encode, like, array param, I think is what I need to do. Like, how do I get out of here? Right, okay, so the values, lengths, and formats. Oh, I don't want to use binary, though. I'm using string format because I'm lazy. Create your own API. Oh, bummer. Command execution of libpq. It's ignored for null and text format. Oh, I don't even need to use lengths because, oh, that's nice. That's comfy. Let me get this out of here. And I think the same is true for param formats. If they're all null, it's like assumed to be text. Great. Make that null. And then, can I cut out param types? Just infer it. Alright. If I just like pull this all out. Whatever. What if I just like give this a shot? Invalid input syntax for type big int. Quote paren 101. All right, we're close. We're close. What if I... Now what do we have? All right, now we have a different way. We have a syntax error. Huh. What? Oh man, did I do this thing again? I definitely did. This is not the way to do it. Because an any is going to wrap a pointer to this it.id, which is going to get mutated over and over again. I just want like a pointer. Does that help? Okay, so at least 2-1 is correct. Now, what am I supposed to do here? Maybe I have to like put them in... I don't know. Do I want to like... Still invalid, 2, 1. Is that gonna help? Brackets don't help. How do I specify like an array literal? Man, I don't know. Like a list literal? Array literal? Man, I don't know. I feel like I'm so close. Like, the problem I'm having right now is, like, if I were just... Like, if I were writing SQL, like, the SQL I want, which is very close to what I'm actually getting, is, like, let me just, like, print it, right? So here, so right before this, I'm selecting this, right? This is great. And then this %1 is like 1, 2, right? And what I want is just like if you subbed in this with like like the pretty much the exact SQL that I want, that like I think works in like a P-SQL window, is just this. But I don't think that works somehow, right? Like this is correct. This is exactly what I wanted. But I can't figure out how to like serialize this array of 2 values to a string to sneak it in to that. specifies their text. If every pointer is null, they're all presumed to be text. Can avoid quoting and escaping. Allows at most one SQL command in the given string. Is this just not a feature? I was certain this was a feature. I was like 1,000,000% sure I could do this. What in the world? From values. Stumped. What is tedious. I wonder if this just like isn't even a feature? Alright, I think I need to read like Rails code? I don't know. Just get me to like Rails repo. And what do I want? I want like Postgres adapter. But I don't want to test. I want like the actual thing. Let me get back to like adapters. No. I don't want test cases though. I just want the implementation. Connection adapters, PostgreSQL. I think it's like here. Okay. Execute some SQL. Execute query. Binds. Is binds what I care about? What do I have? What are fields? Execute and clear. SQL name binds. Prepare to result. Huh. But how do I have a result already there? How could there be? Oh, the result is like a anticipated result that we're putting things into. Yeah, I see. I don't know. What is this? Oh, execute and clear probably does. Yeah, like does the stuff. Let's look at it. If not prepare, execute no cache, SQL name binds. Typecasted them. It's an array. Huh? This seems wrong. If column. This seems wrong too. Alright, let's get this version. Binary data, data, OD array data. Is this the thing? Encode array? Can we do that? How do we do that? Huh, I feel like I'm really going in a loop here. Okay, maybe I think I have like one last... It's like looking for a string though. Man, I was like really hopeful that we could just sneak in some like just like a literal in there, you know? I was really optimistic. Doesn't look like it. Huh. I wonder what wants to go in there to get it into an array. Like, is there just no way to do... Like, do I need... Is like... Like, do we need to, like, spread... Okay, like, I guess I was hoping that I could leave it as, like, % in question mark. Whatever, ID is in this. And that I could pass in, like something like that in there. But it might just be that this has to be, like... Oh, hey, Zega. Okay. One sec. This is Charlie. She doesn't really know how to participate in the stream, but she stops by sometimes. She was playing with her favorite toy. It's a duck. She definitely, you know, it's like a cuteness MVP. Should I, like, zoom in on some Charlie action? But she doesn't really know what to do with the computer. She's a good dog, though. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like what I'm getting at is, like, I probably need to do, like, is this the only way to do it? Zega, you know about SQL. Do you know about Postgres and pqlib? Struggling with this one. Like, on the verge of giving up for the night. Alright, Charlie, you don't like being up there. Do you want to sit in my lap? No, she wants to keep playing. She'll probably keep squeaking the duck. Maybe she'll hang out in my lap for a minute, though. Yeah, I think I'm about to give up. I just don't know the way to, like, get this wire protocol thing to happen. I don't know. Maybe I can say, like, in that as, like, what, like, array? Can you even say that? I don't think that's valid SQL. That's basically what the Postgres docs recommend. And if I do that, then down here, I don't know, maybe I put it in square brackets. Is that how you represent an array in SQL? Maybe? Where did I write this function? This one? Throw it in square brackets. It already is. Still bad news. Yeah, it can't be array. I don't know. Can I do, does it go like this? Nope. Bracket 1, doesn't like that. Huh, how do you describe like a Postgres array type? Oh, big int bracket? Oh, it's like closer. Operator does not exist. Big int equals big int bracket. Don't know what that means. Yeah, it just really wants to believe that we're looking at big ints. Alright, I think I'm about ready to throw in the towel for the night. I think I tried hard. I'm shocked with how far along this was like that we made it to the point of sneaking in of like the scope building and everything, right? Like that we're even like hitting the database with like a well-formed query, with like a well-ish formed query that we blow up on like a libpq issue. Oh, made it pretty far. I wonder. I'm gonna do some research on this on my own later. Figure this out, and like I bet that we're just like minutes away from to-dos that make sense here. Well, thanks for hopping in, team. I'll be back on, I don't know, maybe I'll do more nighttime streams. 4 whole viewers right now. Demanding Charlie action. Alright, I'm signing off, but thanks for joining, team. Bye.